You're watching Fox 16 News at 9. Covering Conway, Malvern, Little Rock, and all of Central Arkansas.
Flooring at a Pine Bluff Community Center is on hold tonight after police find out 4 undocumented workers have been doing the work for the past few weeks.
As Fox 16's Dustin Barnes explains, the status of the workers came to light Tuesday after police say one of the men admitted being here illegally after a traffic stop.
No shooting hoops here at the gym at the Chester Himes Community Center, and this is why. Half of the floor is undone because the crew who started the work here is gone, and they're all reported to have entered the country illegally.
We can't deal with that. Being a city government entity, we can't work that way.
A Pine Bluff police officer stopped one of the workers here at Harding and State Street for failure to yield. The officer asked the driver for a license, and he admitted he didn't have one. According to the police report, he told the officer he was doing work here at the Chester Himes Community Center, along with 3 other illegal immigrants. The 4 men said they worked for the Memphis-based Sports Floors.
We sat down with this company. They seemed very reputable, very respectful, reliable.
But Alderwoman Thelma Walker says she had doubts about the company in the first place when she saw their quote was less than $20,000 than the other bidders.
The mayor said that it was that the company did good work and they guaranteed the floor.
Local ministers point fingers at the mayor who authorized the company to do the work. Because the city's unemployment rate is higher than the national average, they believe the city should do more to court local businesses to do this kind of work.
When you have a city like such as Pine Bluff, where the economic woes and the economic doldrums are as abject as they are, then city officials need to take extra steps.
I did talk to the mayor's spokesman earlier today who says that they want to reiterate that these workers did not work for the city, but for that company. In Pine Bluff, Dustin Barnes, Fox 16 News.
And here is the Fox 16 bottom line. The mayor said this company guaranteed the wood flooring would last longer and would replace any broken strips. The men's time here in the U.S. ranged from 3 years to 12 years. And we called the company, but they have not called us back.
In the Fox 16 Money Alert, Little Rock voters go to the polls in just under 4 weeks. And as Fox 16's David Goen shows us, at stake, more than $100 million in taxpayer money to improve streets and drainage.
Reba Pettis loves to walk her West 65th Street neighborhood.
I want to stay in shape, you know, especially when you get older.
But in her older neighborhood with no sidewalks, she'd like to see an improvement.
Instead of having these holes in the ground.
The city of Little Rock wants voters to say yes on September 11th to reauthorize the millage program to pay for over $100 million in street and drainage improvements.
I'm not crazy about having more taxes, but, you know, we've got to improve it somehow.
Mayor Mark Stodola today saying needs exceed $800 million.
Every ward is not going to have all of their answers met with the $105 million.
But he says it's a shot in the arm for all 7 Little Rock wards, even though wards 1, 2, 6, and 7 are considered the most in need. And while the infrastructure needs may not be as great in places like West Little Rock, here in Ward 5, Mayor Stodola thinks the best way to spend the money is equally amongst every ward. Pettis says she's okay with that.
It wouldn't make any difference to me just as long as it's an improvement here or there or any place.
She's not willing to let the chance for neighborhood improvements pass her by. There is expected to be opposition. However organized it is remains to be unclear. Certainly those in some of the older wards, 1, 2, 6, and 7, who feel the money should be spent there in a greater proportion. Outside City Hall, David Goins, Fox 16 News.
If voters say yes, Little Rock's millage rate would actually go down from 3.3 to 3.0 mils. The last time voters approved a city millage was in 2004. That approval paid for more than $31 million in street and drainage improvements.
In the Fox 16 Crime Alert, Jonesboro Police Chief Michael Yates is talking about the investigation to how a handcuffed man shot and killed himself in the back of a patrol car. Last month, officers handcuffed 21-year-old Chavis Carter and placed him in the back seat. The officers searched Carter and they found a small amount of drugs.
In their searching, they find a small bag, $10 worth of marijuana, but they miss a gun?
Apparently.
Is that disappointing to you?
Yes.
Well, the officers say they didn't see what happened, but when they found Carter slumped over in the back seat, they called an ambulance and they tried to revive him. According to Carter's mother, the 21-year-old called his girlfriend from the scene and told her he would call her from jail and that her son would not have killed himself.
They searched him twice. I mean, I just want to know what really happened.
Well, Teresa Carter also says her son was shot on the right side of his head and he was left-handed. Police will only say Carter was shot in the head. Well, last night we showed you how Jonesboro police reconstructed the backseat shooting. To see the video again, just go to our website, fox16.com, and click on videos.
Coming up on Fox 16 News at 10, a 12-year-old is dead after a hit-and-run accident in Faulkner County.
Fox 16's Caroline Whiteman is on the scene and will have the latest on how authorities tracked down the suspected drunk driver.
And the summer heat will be back in full force tomorrow. Coming up on Fox 16 News at 10, I'll tell you how hot the weather will be near the future, plus a look at when we'll have our next best chance of some strong thunderstorms in central Arkansas.